Now, what is the standard form? Standard form of representation. Now, the sum of product and a product of sums can be represented in the standard form. If we take the first one, sum of product, we have to represent it in a standard form, sum of product. So it means when we have a normal form, we have a normal form, disjunctive normal form, we can see if it is a standard or not. So how can we see that if the sum of product is standard? Let us give an example. If I say A, B plus A, B, C, this expression is not standard. Why? Because to be standard, each product in each term product, all variables of the domain must be represented. Each term product, all variable of the domain should be represented in the term of products. So if you see now, A plus B, no, first of all, what is the domain? What is the domain? The domain, as we have said, are all variables contained in the expression, whether complemented or uncomplemented. Now, the domain here is A, the first variable, the second variable B, and the third variable C. This is the domain. Now, looking at the domain A, B, C, the domain, and when we look at the first term, the first term product, we are missing one variable. C is missing. C as a variable C is missing in the first, in AB term. So C is missing. So as C is missing in the first term product, directly we can say this is not a standard form. So this is not an SSOP, standard sum of product. Is not an SSOP, is not. Why? Because the variable C is missing in the first term. So now, how can it be a standard SOP? How can be a standard sum of product? A standard sum of product can be like this. A, for example, B, C plus A bar, B, C bar, something like that. You can see that all variables of the domain A, B, C as a domain are represented in the two terms. We can even say like this: A plus also B bar C. This is a standard sum of product because it represents all variables are represented in each term. Now, what about a product, a standard product of sums? a standard product of sums, it is the same. It is the same. It's the same whether each variable will be represented in each term. Remember, this is the product of sum. A bar plus B plus C. The first sum. Let us put the second sum. B plus C bar, for example. Yeah, this is a standard product of sum, because the variable A can be seen in the two terms. The variable B can be seen in the two terms. The variable C can be seen in the two terms. So this is how we can say, we can represent the standard form. So a standard form is represented when all variables of the domain are represented in each term. If it is a standard sum of product, so each variable must be represented in each term product. If it is a standard product of sum, each variable must be represented in the term sum. So this is how we can represent a standard form, whether it can be standard sum of products or it is a standard product of sums. So dear friends, these are the three forms of representation. The first one is the sum of product. The second one is the product of sums. The third one is the standard form or canonical form. So thank you so much. This is how we can represent the Boolean expression or the Boolean functions. So dear friends, now in the next coming session, we will see how, if you have a normal form, it cannot be a standard. For example, this one is not standard. Now, if it is not standard, how can you make it standard? If, look at this, is this standard? Yes, this is standard because A, B, C. Okay, this is standard. But if we have, for example, A bar plus B, and then C plus D bar. Look at this expression. This expression, it is a normal POS, but it is not standard. Because A is there, but A is not there. C is there. C is not here. B is here, but B is not there. D is there, but D is not there. So this is not standard. But it is a normal POS. Now, how can we make this standard? How can we convert it to a standard form? For the next session. So thank you so much. God bless you. Your questions are welcome through the chat. We will try to answer them. So be on the e-learning platform. I will try to answer your questions and discuss them. Thank you so much. God bless you.